I want to talk about briefly season of preparation. As believers, we all must go through this. I went through this, and I'm not saying it's easy, but as long as you have the Lord on your side, remember the Bible says you can do all things through Christ, which strengthens you. So you can study Exodus chapters 2 through 3, and this is about Moses. Moses was 40 years old when he fled to Midian, if I'm saying this name right, Midian. And Exodus is examples of Moses being in Midian, if I'm saying this right, but don't hold me to it. Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron was around 82, 83 when they went to speak to Pharaoh. Before leading Israel out of Egypt, Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness, learning humility, leadership, and dependence on God. So go back and study the life of Moses to get the numbers correct if I am wrong about the years that he spent in the wilderness. This is for you to go back and study it for yourself. So a preparation season, what does it mean? It builds character, discipline, identity before responsibility increases. I'm going to say this again. Preparation season, it builds character, discipline, identity before responsibility increases. So here are some signs that you are in preparation season. Learning difficult lessons. Development happening privately, behind the scenes between you and God. Limited recognition, but growing maturity. So when you go back and study Moses, study it from God's perspective, from the Lord perspective. And when you go back and study Moses, study other people in the Bible when God was preparing them for their purpose and their assignment. Study about King David. Study Jesus Christ. Study the disciples. When I mean study it for yourself so you can understand what preparation season really means. It's not anything that you can just run through. No, preparation season is just that, preparation. And it's according to God's timing. And I'm not saying it's easy, but if you do it with the Lord, you can make it through it. And you can mature, and then you'll get closer to God, and then you will have self-awareness, discernment, and then you will get clarity of what God is doing in your life. Preparation is key, because if you are not prepared for what God has for you, then you will not be able to sustain the purpose and the assignment. I always say this to myself and to people. It's never about us. It is always about the Lord. You are not stuck. You are just unaware. Go to my website at www.stockingjesus.com and download the free guide, When the Wait Becomes the Way. Remember, do not give up on that abundant life that Jesus Christ promised in St. John 10:10. You have a blessed and prosperous day in the kingdom of God.